Good morning, everyone. It's Tuesday, and I am glad to stand here with some of our building leadership, a member of our building department transformation team, as well as our commissioner for management services who oversees our IT. Clearly we're here to talk about another advancement and improvement in the building department today. We've heard you over the years that the building department is a challenge, that people don't answer the phones, and so we got Ring Central. We heard that we needed to digitize our information, so we went with Laserfiche. And now we know that even though we've hired more staff, Mount Vernon is a very, very busy city. And the number of phone calls we get and the number of office visits that we get each month, it makes it very difficult for staff to just keep up with that pace. Other cities have almost double and triple the staff that we have for the same amount of applications. And so one of the things that we had to do was find ways to become more efficient and more effective with what we have. It's interesting, people say sometimes, why do y'all go to conferences and why do you go to trainings? Because sometimes when you go to conferences and trainings and you're around other cities and you hear the challenges that they have, you discover new things. And that's what happened when our chief of staff went to a conference in Tampa, Florida, heard about Readily, and that's what we're here to talk about today. And so today, we know that our system needs a holistic connecting online. Our customers in the community, whether they're residents or contractors or developers, are looking for almost access 24 hours. How many of us are sitting at home in the evening when we come home from work and we're online trying to get information about what we need to do, but 9 to 5 business hours is what you deal with. And so Readily is going to help us expand our bandwidth when we can respond to the community and when we can talk to people. So whether connecting online, by phone, or coming into the office, the building department is adding more ways to do business. And so today marks another major step in Mount Vernon's digital transformation. We're introducing Readily AI. It's a powerful new tool that's designed to make it easier for residents, businesses, developers, and all those who need to do business with the building department to connect. This initiative is all about accessibility, transparency, and efficiency. With Readily AI, you can file for permits, you can understand the documentation requirements, you can check the status of applications, and get clear, reliable answers about both New York State fire prevention and building codes and Mount Vernon's local zoning ordinances. Integration with OpenGov and AI, OpenGov and Laserfiche is one of the top features of Readily AI because it's fully integrated to work with our OpenGov platform, and it's built for constituents, not just for our staff. Architects, developers, property owners can log into OpenGov and open the AI chat and get immediate answers 24/7. It doesn't close down. And we're also linking our Laserfiche digitization, allowing property owners to retrieve key city documents online, which is much easier. And so phase 1 of the Laserfiche has been complete, and over the next year we will begin phase 2, expanding digitization across the city. So what are the benefits of Readily AI? By moving common questions and document requests online, we're improving service while reducing congestion. As I stated earlier, the building department is very busy. They manage up to over 550 walk-ins and average over 1,400 phone calls each month. And with Readily AI, we expect a reduction in both. Oftentimes, staff time is taken up with the same questions over and over again. Do I need a permit for this? Do I need a permit for that? How do I start the permit? How do I open up an OpenGov account? How do I do this? How long will it take for this? And so these are questions that can be answered by Readily AI. Now, does it replace people? It absolutely does not replace people, but it does expand the bandwidth of our staff so that they can work on the pieces that they have to do, the processing of the applications, making phone calls back, asking and answering the deeper questions that are required to move the permitting process along. And so we expect a reduction in times to process permits and giving residents the information they need. Whether you reach us online, by text, or by phone, you'll be able to get accurate, up-to-date answers anytime, anywhere. And this isn't just about serving people better, it's about streamlining city operations and building trust through technology. And looking ahead, it's just the beginning. In the coming months, we'll expand AI tools to the city clerk's office, Public Works, and the Water Department. We're building a smarter, more responsive Mount Vernon, one that puts people first through innovation and technology, and then also, most importantly, brings relief to some of our staff who are just trying to juggle the enormous volume of work that they have to do. And so this is just a new tool to support them in doing that work. And so, again, our goal is simple. We just want to make the city more accessible, more transparent, and more efficient. And again, we're not using the technology to replace people, but we're using it to empower our community and our workforce. And so now I want to hand it over to you. Yeah, sure. I'm going to hand it over to our Commissioner of Buildings, Patrick Holder, and then I know we're going to show a video and have some of our other leadership team speak.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. I think we're going to show the video first, so that, you know. Get off of this AI, you know, codes, local, state, fire codes. Again, status on permits. Like the mayor says, a number of issues that will free up the staff to do the other things like processing the permits. We hope that this will help enhance community awareness, educate the public, improve customer experience, increase department efficiency, promote safety and compliance, and reduce in-person traffic and minimize repetitive and anxious calls. As the mayor said earlier, we get over 500 walking visitors a month. We get over 600 calls a week. So, you know, the AI bot we hope will reduce the calls and the walk-ins, and again, free up our staff to do other things, more important things. Instead of working hard, work smart.
So, I think we're ready.
I think we're ready.
You're ready for the video.
Okay, so as you see, Readily is going to be able to answer questions like, my address is 1 Roosevelt Square. What zone am I in? What are the uses allowed in this zone? What is the status of my permit application? This is big, folks. This should free us up a lot, and we're looking forward to this. Again, this is a soft launch at this point because, as you see, while it's with the building department at this point, it will be with all the other departments eventually. So your feedback will be valuable here. We have set up a questionnaire on our online customer service. If you use Readily, please let us know how efficient it was, so that we can move forward and it can be effective for all the departments. At this point, I'm going to turn it over to my deputy, Heidi, and she'll give you a little bit more details on it. Right?
Good morning, everyone. I am Heidi Mamak, the First Deputy Commissioner, and I am so happy to be here for the soft launch of Readily. First, I'd like to take a moment to thank our Mayor, Chief of Staff, and Commissioner Perez for their support in helping us to bring Readily to Mount Vernon. Readily is an artificial intelligence software. Think of it as a smart assistant that helps residents to get the information they need quickly and easily. Starting this afternoon, you will find Readily plugin on our city website. It appears as a search box that is available 24/7 on any device. We want this to be accessible by everyone in our city. That's why this tool can be used in any language. Readily also connects with many of city systems, helping us to provide faster and more reliable information to the residents. You can ask any questions about properties in our city and get information about the New York State and Mount Vernon codes and regulations. You can even request updates on your application by text or email through Readily. We are so happy to introduce this new tool to our community, and we are excited to make it easier than ever for everyone to connect with us. Thank you.
And at this time, we're going to bring forward Stephen Horton, who is a member of the Building Department Transformation Committee. Mr. Horton has worked in housing. He's been a councilman in Mount Vernon for 16 years. He works in the development space, so he's a high user of the building department. And so when we created the transformation team, we invited residents, we invited real estate brokers, we invited contractors, developers, building managers to become part of the Transformation Steering Committee, led by our Harvard Bloomberg Harvard, not intern, fellow Genera Borges. And so they've been working, and we've been looking for solutions to make sure our building department works more efficiently and is accessible at the time that people need it most. So, Mr. Horton, thank you.
Thank you, Mayor. Good morning, everyone. As the Mayor indicated, my name is Stephen Horton, and I am a member of the Transformation Steering Committee. The Transformation Steering Committee was pulled together in February of this year, and so for the last 7 months, we have been working alongside with the Building Department to improve efficiency, effectiveness, and customer service. The hard work that each member of city government does every day to make Mount Vernon more livable by default generates more traffic, more volume, more need for customer service, and this AI tool is going to bring efficiency to that. So this is very exciting. I want to commend the Department of Buildings because in addition to their day-to-day staff, they also had to carve out time to graft on something new and transformational at the same time. And all of us who have tried to do more than one thing at once, you know how difficult that can be. So as a member of the Transformation Steering Committee, I'm here to say that we're very excited that our work is beginning to bear fruition, and to commend the city, the mayor, and all the departments for adopting this new technology. Thank you, Mayor.
Thank you.
Commissioner Perez? Commissioner, you want to say anything about the tool? Okay, and so, look, there are conferences all around the world called Smart Cities conferences. And these Smart Cities conferences really encourage, and, you know, I've been to them in New York City. I went to Barcelona back in 23, and so the city of Mount Vernon is always looking for new ways to bring efficiency, to also utilize technology. I can tell you, I think during COVID, when Zoom became a thing, right? We realized that technology became a part of government, that open meetings now have to be televised and telecast, and that businesses, your most successful businesses, are able to operate 24/7, 365. And so whether you're shopping online, when you're shopping for food, when you're ordering things, you're doing business in the evening and on the weekends. And clearly, keeping staff working 24/7, 365 doesn't work. It's too expensive. And so this AI tool will assist in increasing accessibility for our residents and our customers who are doing business with the building department. Are there any questions at this time? Yes. What's
The total cost of the application was $18,000 for the year. It came out of our operational budget.
No, when it comes to residential properties, the only information is available, block, lot, and the zoning. Other than that, there is no any other information on the owner.
Generally speaking, what we've done is that we're implementing the AI system through the OpenGov platform. So all the security measures that are already implemented in OpenGov, the AI system has to adhere to.
Thank you. Any more questions? Well, thank you, everyone, for coming this morning. And please, Mount Vernon, if you have questions, and I'm going to just say this, right? People say, well, I want to call or I want to stop by, but that takes time, and people are not always available to answer on the phone. And so you can log into OpenGov online, you can tap into Readily AI, and get questions answered. If there are questions that can't be answered that way, then you can go back to some of the old traditional methods. We're not saying that we're not available for phone calls ever. We're not saying that you can't come into the office ever. We're just saying that this is a more efficient way. And time is money and money is time, and this is definitely one of the tools that